A program launching in Windsor next week will work with men and boys to deal with gender-based violence. It's called If Not You, Then Who? If Not Now, Then When? It's a partnership between Unifor Local 2458 and the Sahra Bulle Foundation. Fartumo Kusow is one of the organizers. Her daughter, Sahra Bulle, was killed 2 years ago. Bulle's estranged husband is charged with murder and awaiting trial. Fartumo joins us in the studio to tell us more about the program. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, what inspired you to create this program, specifically for men and boys?
Since my daughter's loss, I've been doing different things to engage with the community, and I'm a teacher by training, so I like to kind of explore how to educate people on things. And I was talking to my son, who is an adult now, and he was telling me that how sometimes it's challenging when there is no way for men and boys to join and be part of the solution rather than just being part of the problem. He looked for and couldn't find a lot of programs. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. So that's when I tried to create the program, develop the program, find social workers to help out run it, and then approached Unifor, who graciously agreed to partner with me.
So are these workshops then designed for people like your son who want to be brought into the fold of the conversation?
Yes, anybody who wants to know, to learn, to learn how to be part of the solution, to be an ally, we're trying to reach out that group.
Have you had a good response? How have you been encouraging people to attend?
I've been reaching out in social media, in local organizations, community organizations, St. Clair College, University of Windsor, anywhere where young people are that are at the cusp of embarking on their first relationships or first serious relationships, adulting as young people call it. So to reaching out those groups, the response has been fantastic. A lot of agencies are coming in, having tables there, and encouraging their membership or people who come to get their services to come and participate. So we're getting we have 60 seats, and half of them have been registered for so far. But we don't want to leave anybody out, so we're encouraging people to register, join us, and take part of the learning.
How did the partnership with Unifor Local 2458 come about?
I reached out to Unifor, that has been really seemed to be at the forefront of addressing intimate partner violence. And I did presentations for their regional meetings in June the 6th. But before that, I reached out to Unifor. I connected with Tracy, who is their gender-based violence, and they partly sponsored Sahra Bulle conference last December.
So they already have a program in place of some sort.
They have a great program. It's, as far as I can tell, for most unions, they seem to have really good program and outreach, and they're trying to establish those in all their work locations.
So you're going to explore 4 separate themes over the next few months at these workshops that you're doing. Tell us about those and why they're important. Let's start with silence is not protection, silence is permission.
So as my daughter was going through those 18 terrible years, I stayed silent in partly protecting her rights, partly protecting her privacy, and not sharing information and hoping that she would realize and get out. But later on, I realized when we are silent, we're really not protecting anybody, including our loved ones. We're signing off that permission, so to speak, for the violence to continue. So we need to stop being silent and speak out and speak about the violence against intimate partners, gender-based violence, violence against women and girls. The second one is I have a hero in you, because I always forever waited for somebody else to come and do the work and rescue my daughter, law enforcement, doctors, border agencies, government agencies, only to realize that there is no really hero coming. We are our own heroes, and we have to do the work. And the third one is the role of advocacy, in advocating for yourself to start with, for your loved one, for your communities, And the last one is how to take action. So they build on each other, and the hope is to get to that last one and have people have something in their toolbox of how they can act in small ways. Because when we are looking at these issues, we always think, oh, this is so big, there's nothing I can do about it. But that's not really the case. Small acts make a big impact.
What impact do you hope this program has on our community in the long term?
The minimum thing I'm hoping is to start the conversation, to open up the dialogue, and to not, and second one is to move this away from it being women's issue and making it human issue.
I do want to bring in Michael Hargraves because we were talking about this morning, and two women talking about men and how they are part of this conversation. And Michael, you've had many questions yourself watching a lot of these stories.
Yes, I've had friends who've had to deal with gaslighting, intimidation, just in general, not great relationships. And I was really excited about this conversation on our show today because I do think that we need to normalize men finding therapy, men finding help, men finding each other, men finding conversations like this. So I am really happy to be in the room for this.
Any question for Fartumo while we have her?
What time is this at again? I want to be there.
So it's 5:30 to 7 on last Thursday of every month, starting March 27th. And there are 4 different workshops. Workshops are built to be standalone. So if you can only attend, that's fine. But if you can attend 2, 3, 4, or all of them, we would appreciate as many of those and as many, especially men, that can attend.
All right. How has this helped you continue your grieving about Sahra?
I'm speaking through my grief. That's how I'm processing my grief. It might appear that I'm too strong to do it, but it's part of my process and kind of reaching out to people and taking the stigma out of this situation and not struggling in silence and bringing other people in the fold to see somebody else perhaps would benefit from it.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.